Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to micromanage, and this goes for any beginner, and even if you're a pro and you don't know how to micromanage, this video is for you. So there's kind of two micromanaging ways. One's early game, one's late game, and I'll just explain it as I'm going. So first you're going to want to pick a map, but unless you have Ultra, which that's this thing. If you don't have that, you can't really do many maps. So there's daily maps you could play. Some of them are fun. You'll have tournament maps every once in a while. But usually, to practice micromanaging, I suggest going on this map. And you can't really change anything without that. You have to have Ultra to change the game setting, which is a bit sad, but usually to start you want to do, production, because you'll mess up, but you could choose stealth, because it makes it a bit easier. It just depends whatever you're feeling. So once you join, you collect your troops, get your moons. Usually, you don't really have to micromanage these moons. So, once you join the game, a beginner is going to micromanage this planet if they know how to. Or you're going to micromanage this planet. You micromanage this planet because the ships, they're usually more useful, and a lot of pros will micromanage it, but it's a little more difficult. So, if you're learning, I suggest going here and going over here so the moons don't mess you up. So, the beginning of the match, you're letting go, and once your ships shoot, you grip them, and you kind of do it like this. I'm not the best at micromanaging, not at all. And you just kind of go back and forth because you're trying to dodge the missiles. It's also easier to micromanage with the fewer amount of ships, and you have to have a shield ship, which is this one, the square looking one. Or circular if you don't have customization on. So let's just do this one because we already got that planet. So you'll see the missiles, and you have to move your ships around to dodge the missiles. Now I'm not the best at it by far, but I still know how to do it pretty good. And the key is to go fast without losing any ships. Micromanaging this one is extremely difficult because they shoot 4 missiles. And the missiles can go through the shields, which that's what makes that hard. But yeah, as you get better, you can get more ships. But you're letting go, and as soon as they shoot, you move them. That was kind of bad. But collect a few. Go over here. As soon as they shoot, you have to move them. And if you hold them too long, the shield ships don't have a shield anymore, and the laser ones, which are these circular ones, they can shoot your ships if you hold on to them too long because you want the shield to block it. So you can't be holding on to them too long, but you can't be shooting for too long, otherwise the missiles will hit them. And you just kind of go like this, back and forth. It's a motion you have to practice. As soon as you let go, you're gripping them again. And the reason it's easier to do it with the fewer ships is because it doesn't take as long to grip them. And usually if there's a bunch of ships, like over here, like those, you can't really, you can't really micromanage that because there's just so many missiles. And some planets will have 50 blocking them if you're playing on a modded map or a created map or whatever. So let me click the moons and I'll show you the next way to micromanage. Okay, so to micromanage the second way, you need a bunch of troops, mainly some point defense. This way, a lot of people like to call it the death method or the unstoppable method. So this way, a lot of people do it differently. I usually collect all my troops. I hope red doesn't mess with anything. And you have to have point defense because they shoot the missiles. So you kind of just collect all your troops, and you're gonna go to a planet like this and wait. Once they go through the portal, you just hold them like this. And And the reason it's called the ball of death is because all of your ships are right next to each other. And if you have enough point defense, nothing's going to be able to kill all your troops. And if you can kill your troops, like if you have two people fighting over a planet, and they're doing this on opposite sides, it'll last forever. Like there's no winner in that scenario, and you have to do something else, like move your ships behind them. So usually it's not a great tactic, but if you're going against a beginner, like someone who's really new to the game, and you just sit there like that, they'll like throw their ships, so they'll be like this. The ball of death, as some people call it, it's just a good way to kill a bunch of ships on a planet that they're not paying attention. Like this one, they have quite a few ships, so even if you just get a small handful, you come over here. Since they're not paying attention, oh wait, he just paid attention. But pretend there's a bunch of ships here, and if you just hold your ships like this, and you have enough point defense with it, they're not going to be able to kill any of your troops. I don't really consider this as a micromanaging tactic, but it kind of is, because you're not really losing any ships, and missiles aren't hitting your troops. So yeah, that's basically it to micromanaging, and it does take some practice. You're not going to get it immediately. It's not something easy that you pick up. It's something that you have to... It just... I mean, even I still make mistakes. I'm not very good at micromanaging, just because I'm not fast. Like, I can do it pretty well. I'm just not fast at it. So I've been practicing in maps like this forever to help me pick up my speed without losing as many ships. So there's always something new to learn when you're micromanaging. There's always something you can improve, and you just gotta practice. So yeah, that's it. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you learned how to micromanage successfully, also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.